Saint Peter Julian Eymard, Eucharistic Adorer. Family, if there was ever a saint who had complete focus in what the Lord was calling him to do, it was Saint Peter Julian Eymard. He is called, among other things, champion of the Blessed Sacrament. He has such an unbelievable singleness of purpose in his great devotion to the Blessed Sacrament and desire that Eucharistic adoration should be practiced worldwide, that he would found an order devoted solely to adoration of the Blessed Sacrament and the spread of that devotion. That religious order is called Priest of the Blessed Sacrament. But we're getting ahead of ourselves here. The life of this slave of Mary and servant of Jesus is fascinating. We have to track his life here in the area of the world where he spent most of it, the French Alps. He began his life in 1811 in the small village of Mure, in between Gap and Laus, and the great shrine of Our Lady of Laus, which played an important part in his life and was just recently approved by Mother Church in May 2008 as the longest apparition Our Lady has made. Peter came by his love of the Eucharist from his father, who belonged to a Eucharistic association. The father was a strong Catholic and a good father. He was a victim of Jansenism, a stern religious belief fostered by Bishop Cornelius Jansen, which thought that man was corrupt and not worthy of redemption. Only the elect will see heaven. Many people of that time were caught up in an aspect of Jansenism called scrupulosity, which is on the other end of the spectrum of laxity. Those who suffered from scrupulosity, for instance, our little Saint Teresa of Lisieux, felt they were in sin where no sin existed. They were extremely hard on themselves, but it was part of the excessive nature of Jansenism. Peter's father was a hard worker. Things did not come easy for him. He lost his first wife and 6 children, as well as 3 children from his second wife, before Peter Julian was born. There was a daughter from the first marriage, Marianne, and an adopted daughter, Nanette. All this plus the father and mother made up the family of the Eymards. If there was one phrase which would typify the life of Peter Julian Eymard, I believe it would be an uphill fight. He felt he had a vocation to the priesthood as a young man. He had to learn Latin to be eligible to study for the priesthood. Peter was taken out of school at 13 to work at his father's business. The entire family was shocked by Mr. Eymard's decision, but no one dared question it, not Peter's mother, not the parish priest. Mr. Eymard's word was final in all things. Peter always said that the receiving of Holy Communion was a turning point in his life. After receiving First Holy Communion, he asked his father permission to follow his calling and study for the priesthood. He thought for sure the father would understand his sincere desire to follow his vocation. Just the opposite happened. The father was absolute in his refusal to consider such a thing. Although he was a good Catholic, Mr. Eymard was adamant that Peter was to take his place beside him in their small business which supported the family.